Oh boy, I am on, I think. Hey, wanted to do a quick video here, beginning of 2025. It's January 13th, 3 p.m. in the afternoon, and I am in beautiful southern Illinois, enjoying a nice warmer day, melting some of the snow out there. And one question I had as I was reviewing the different channels that I subscribe to on YouTube are who are the YouTube people I actually subscribe to relative to retirement and retirement talk. I mean, that camera adjusted. And, I'm gonna review the ones that I like to follow. There's not many that I subscribe to. I watch a lot, but I don't subscribe to some. But I'm really curious, who do you subscribe to? So, there's criteria I have that I generally look for when I subscribe to somebody on YouTube because it's easy to get a lot of people you subscribe to, and yet it's like a Pareto thing. If you're familiar with the 80-20 rule, you probably only watch 20% of them, 20% of those people 80% of the time. So I try to be very selective about the people that I subscribe to. And I know there's some I'm missing. So what I'm looking for is, who do you follow and why? The people I follow, there's some criteria I have. I want them to be real. I don't want to get a feeling like they've got a sales job they're doing on me, or that they're trying to convince me of their ways better or whatever. But they're just good, down to earth people. They're just sharing how their experience going into retirement's going, and the ideas they have and what they're doing. What their lifestyle is like. Because if you're like me, I like to learn from other people and the experiences that other people have. I like kind of follow the path and take what's valuable and not take other things that they found not to work, or maybe do they apply to my life or not? Can they make my retirement more fulfilling or not? I'm planning to retire here at 59 and a half in about 6 months. And so this stuff's really important to me. So I'm going to share with you the few that I follow and I'm really interested in for anybody who actually watches this is, who do you follow and why? And again, I'm not looking for these high polished channels about financial and retirement planning. They're good. Some of them I watch that I really think are interesting, but I'm talking just the good down to earth people. They're just kind of sharing how it's going and talking about what they're doing in retirement. So let me show you some of the ones I do that with. Where am I at on this? So let's see. I got that and that. Let me see if I can find the right window here. Here we go. Here's the ones that I actually follow. If you can see this, here's who I follow right now. Or do you call it? I guess you call it subscribe to here, right? So let me go over here, a little over here. Hope it's staying over there. Okay, good. Here's who I subscribe to. So not in any particular order. Just I don't know how it displays them, but I think there are about 6 or 7 of these place people that I subscribe to currently because they meet my criteria. They seem like they're good, down to earth people. They're interesting. I feel like I can connect with them and have something similar in common with them. And I feel like, hey, they've got something to offer, and they're humble about it, right? They're not really a know-it-all, or you know trying to sell you on their way of doing things is the right way to do it, because we all know we have to find our own path in life. But the first one is Otter's Retirement Corner. Now, Otter is a gentleman named Howard, and he lives in Florida. And what caught my attention with him was that I think he's got an MBA from the University of Chicago School of Business, the Booth School of Business, I think it is. Pretty smart, sharp guy. I enjoy listening to the intellect he brings and his how it's going for him in retirement. He shares some pretty good valuable videos. So he's in my list. He doesn't got a lot of followers. He's at a little over 3,000. Number two, and the one that I enjoy quite a bit, is Buzz, and he's over in the Cleveland area. And I think his genuineness in how he shares his life and what he's doing, and he's doing like a test, and he was for most of last year, and I think he's still doing it this year. Is, can he make it in retirement without tapping into his retirement savings? So it just makes for an intriguing, interesting thing where he does roll ups every month about how the month went. So it's like a little review of the budget every month, or the P&L every month of how it's going. Here's what I budgeted. Here's what actually happened, and he gives like a couple of months summary to show how it's going. And did he have to tap in, or did he not tap in to his retirement to make it? So really interesting guy, very personable, really interesting. I got a feeling he's like 7'2" or something. He's a lot taller than he comes off in the videos. I got a feeling. No idea, but I suspect I think he's a pretty tall guy, but it's cool. He's got a fun background, or I say an interesting background that's similar to mine, coming from manufacturing where I spent a lot of my career. So really enjoy him. Retire early 500K. Another interesting channel. He does kind of the same stuff that Buzz does. Dwayne, where he shares his finances and how it's going. And he hit it big, I think, with he was interviewed, I think, by either a Dallas or Houston news channel about retirement. And he's very, again, a very personable guy. I think he's out in California, um, living his retirement. Steve's Retirement Corner. He's got 52,000 people. Next one is Steve's Retirement Corner, and he is in the Carolinas, I believe, and 4.2 thousand subscribers. Really down to earth, cool guy. And I think what turned me on to him was Buzz mentioned him once in one of his lives, so it led me over there. So I started watching his stuff and really took to his style. Really, Steve's a good, just uh, a good old guy that not he's not old, he's my age, I think. But he's just a good guy that got sick of manufacturing. Frankly, he tells a really interesting story where he was driving home from work after third shift and saw these houses, I think it was, and their lights were off, and he thought, "What in the world am I doing?" Something like that. I don't want to misstate it, but that's Steve, and he's got a really interesting channel where he shares his life. The next one, I think this one's fairly popular, is Health Heritage Wealth Planning. I think that's Josh, and he's got 84,000. He's got the most followers of anybody or subscribers of anybody I follow. But he cranks out the videos. But he's got a lot. It's interesting. He gets people that send him their scenario in life and they get his take on it, what they may want to consider doing or ideas he gets from that. Really interesting. And the last one is I don't know that anybody I know really subscribes to Arthur Thomas Ware. He's got 5.53 thousand subscribers. And I look at him kind of like I don't know how old the gentleman is. Let me pull it up here. He's obviously older than he is in his picture there, but he's just got good common sense advice at talking about how retire. I think he talked about in one of his videos earlier on that, when he retired, he didn't people don't think about you've got like a whole second life ahead of you. And you got 30 years that you're going to live in retirement. And he talks a lot about that, and really, I look at him as just a wise person to listen to. And his videos aren't usually very long, and I really admire him for doing what he's doing and putting things out there. He puts stuff out pretty regularly. Doesn't get a I think he deserves a lot more subscribers than he gets because his wisdom is just really kind of awesome to behold, and I feel privileged to get to hear what he has to say. So those are the people I follow, or I keep saying follow like it's some other social media outlet, but those are the people I subscribe to. Not a lot of them. There's some I'm missing, I'm sure. There's people that you subscribe to if you're going into retirement or you are in retirement that you really like to subscribe to. Who are they and why? Again, my criteria is down to earth, not a lot of fluff. They're not trying to sell you on anything or belittle anybody or convince you their way's better. They're just sharing their life experience and what they've learned. What's the good, bad, and the ugly of what they've learned going into retirement and then in retirement. I'm missing some. Let me know who they are if you would. Please put them in the chat. Tell me why, and hopefully maybe one of those folks I showed you there that I subscribe to. Maybe you're not, and maybe worth your time just to subscribe to them. Again, thank you if you listen to this. I really appreciate it, and have a great day. Thank you.